We are always in relationship to our desires. What this means is there is always polarity between where our desires are and where we are. And whatever is in the field could be what keeps us away from our desires or what pulls our desires closer to us. In this episode today, we are going to talk about resonance and specifically how the relationship that we have with our goals determines how easy or difficult it is for us to get to them. Welcome to Beyond Burnout for Driven Women. I'm Tertia, and this is where we go from burnout to abundance, and we take your nervous system along for the ride. If you are doing all of the things but still not seeing the result, you are in the right place. Here we explore embodiment, nervous system work, and how to be magnetic in business without going into overdrive or burning yourself out. This is the final episode in my mini-series on the different things that I have brought into rebuilding my business in an embodied way. And today we are talking about resonance. And this ties in with what I spoke about in episode number 59. I'll link all of the episodes in this mini-series for you in the show notes so that you can listen to all of them so that you can get the full context. And in the previous episode, I spoke about how important it is for us to be in relationship with our offers so that we can stand fully behind that. And today I'm taking that a little bit further, and I want to talk about the relationship that we have with our goals. We are constantly in relationship with our goals. We are constantly in relationship with the things that we desire to bring into our world. And the thing that can trip us up is often in our minds, we think that we want something, but in our bodies, our experience of that desire is completely different. As I have learned in my feminine embodiment coach training, we are usually in one of three kinds of relationships with our desire. We can either be in a positive relationship where our desire feels easy for us. It feels like it's very close in our field. It feels like a possibility, and there's not effort involved in making that desire manifest. Or our desire could have a neutral feel, which means that there is not really much going on in our internal world when we feel into this desire. So we don't have the fuel to make this desire manifest, but we also don't have any resistance towards this desire. And then the third kind of relationship that we have is a negative relationship, and negative in the sense of pushing away. If you think about magnets, so not negative, good, bad, but negative as in attract and repel. So when you have a negative relationship towards your desire, it means that you are repelling. So what does that look like in real life? Let's say you have a desire to make more money in your business, but you might also hold unconscious beliefs that making money isn't a good idea because making money is going to cost you too much personally. Making money is going to ask too much of you, or you are not worthy of making so much money. Those beliefs don't live in your mind. You cannot access and get rid of them through positive thinking or through doing mindset work. Those beliefs are deeply rooted in your nervous system. And your nervous system has one big job, and that is to keep you safe from danger. Your nervous system always wins. Your nervous system is always going to find a way to keep you safe. It's happened for thousands and thousands of years that it's worked to keep us safe as humans, and it's not going to stop doing its job now. And this is what I brought in as the fifth element in building my business in a more embodied way, and that was to create resonance between me and my desires to create a relationship of attraction between me and my desires. And there are specific feminine embodiment practices that I do myself and that I take my clients through that dissolves and releases and unlocks all of the beliefs and the conditioning and the tension that is held in our bodies and in our nervous system as it relates to our goals and our desires. And when we do this consistently, what ends up happening is those goals that initially feel like they're so far out of reach, or it's these goals that we truly desire, but they just never seem to be able to manifest, or we are always efforting and actually burning out and spinning into overdrive as we try and go after any of our business goals, whether it's a revenue goal, whether it's a visibility goal, whether it's a launch goal. And so in my own journey, I have been really focusing on creating the right relationship within myself towards my goals. And when I say right relationship, I mean to create the conditions that makes my nervous system and the way that I show up and my own context of feeling safe to be me all work together in harmony so that I can move towards my goals with more ease instead of feeling like I am pushing a boulder up a hill, which is a space that I was very familiar with at the start of rebuilding my business in this embodied way. In the free masterclass that is happening in the next few days, and you'll find the link for that in the show notes, by the way. In this masterclass called the Embodied Entrepreneur Masterclass, one of the things that you will learn more about is this inherent magnetism that we can cultivate in our businesses towards our business goals so that we can bring more ease into how we run our businesses and how we make money so that we don't burn out. That's something that we're going to get into in this masterclass. And you are also going to get the opportunity to bring a current challenge, a current business challenge that you might have. We will workshop that together. I'm going to guide you through a process, and I'm going to support you to create some internal capacity and space so you can have clarity on what your next best moves are. There will be a replay, but this is going to be so much more powerful if you are actually in the room with me, because when you are in the room with me, whatever comes up for you during the practice that I'm going to take you through, any challenges that happens in the moment, I'll be able to do some hot seat coaching with you, some laser coaching, and support you, where of course if you are going to watch the replay, you will still get the benefit of the practice, but I'm not going to be there to answer any questions that you may have as a result of your experience. So again, that link is in the show notes. I would love to see you there. If you have a business bestie that needs to get in on this, make sure that you share this episode with her. Make sure that you get her to sign up for the masterclass as well. I'm so happy that you tuned in for this mini series, these 6 episodes, and I truly, truly trust that you found something in here that is going to transform the way that you show up and experience your business. So that's a wrap. I will speak to you soon. Bye.